Chat Man Friday, a podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne. Chatman Friday. Chatman Friday. Hello, dear listeners. Again, the podcast for you, the Chatman Friday. This is Friday, and a new and fresh episode is here today again. Me, Syed, with Osman again, with you in this program.
Yes, thank you very much, Saeed, and I'm very happy to be here with you. And today we have a very special guest.
Of course.
Actually, since we are coming to the end of the second season, we are getting the special of the special.
Of course.
And I promise you that the last episode is going to be a surprise.
Wow.
Please stay tuned to know who is coming in the last episode of the podcast. But now we have our dear friend, Deng. And Deng, you're welcome to the Chatman Friday. How are you doing?
Very welcome.
I'm doing really good. Thank you. How are you guys?
Oh, well, we are very happy to have you here. So Deng, he's, I have been introduced to Deng, and he's a very great talker, always have great ideas. And I've been speaking to him, when we were in the men's group. And then he's always having some very special ideas. But today, I'm very happy to have Deng here with us at the podcast. And Deng, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, Deng will tell us a lot about yourself. I know. We just talked before the podcast. You have a lot to say, I'm sure. Yeah.
My name is Deng Yum. I can say South Sudan, Australia.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
When you arrived to Australia? How long ago?
Yeah, I came to Australia. It's been about 21 years, probably 20 years now.
Oh,
so,
20 years ago.
So you're a
it's
local.
long.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You're a local,
Yeah.
So have you been always living here in the area of North and West Melbourne, or were you living somewhere else?
Actually, before I moved to North Melbourne, I used to live in eastern suburb, which is eastern suburb, Dandenong.
Dandenong.
Yeah, I mean,
The South Sudanese community is very big there, right?
yeah, Noble Park and Springville and stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
those areas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a lot of my friends over there.
That's
when I
right.
was at the uni, I remember most of my friends, South Sudanese friends, they are magnificent. And many of them, they are really intelligent, and they have always ideas out of the box. So you don't expect,
of course.
They say, oh, come on, guys, let's do this. And then they say, come with that brilliant idea. And then you say, what's happening here?
Yes.
So
That's right.
Have you studied there in the eastern suburbs, or where you studied there in Sudan?
I mean, since I came to Australia, I always been working, until 2021. That's where my life had changed, not for the good, but for a little bit of a bad, because I got injuries and
During the COVID?
After the COVID, which is I think 2021, that's when a lot of things changed, because always been working. So until that year, I had an injury from work, and ever since I've been having the trouble, trying to get, try to get them to support me, but I resigned during that time, because they didn't sack me, but I quit the job for myself. But because there was not much support going on for me there, so so pretty much coming to Melbourne, I used to live in New South Wales.
Oh,
So
So
you lived in New South Wales for some time?
When I first came to Australia,
you were there.
I was. That's the first place that that was my first settlement place.
Okay. So you stayed there for some time, or?
I stayed in New South Wales for about 6 years in New South Wales. Yeah.
Okay, so
Before I decided to move to Melbourne.
Right.
And even the way that I moved to Melbourne, it was it was unplanned. So
without plan. Sometimes things happen like that.
So I picked up my small bag.
And you just start to come to Melbourne.
And I thought I was going to visit my friend in Melbourne, and just for
For short
for a
visit.
short time. Yeah. So I
But
put
you
my
you
small
like the
suitcase-
weather, maybe? When you come.
and that's
The weather is not good.
That's definitely not the reason.
yeah. That's what during the school holiday, like in April, I think I still remember the date, like 21st, 21st of April. That's when I left New South Wales. So
Okay.
I came to Melbourne and I've found everything like was pretty much different to New South Wales. So a bit there, a bit here. So I started to actually look for a job here. I got a job in bakery. So after a couple of days, and then I decided to stay in Melbourne.
Oh.
That's interesting. So what's the difference? What's the difference that you saw or you felt clearly between New South Wales and or Melbourne and the cities that you were in in New South Wales?
Yeah, what I felt was when I was in New South Wales, I was more connected to the community. Especially my community from the state where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
So I was more connected, and like when everything like community events is happening on the weekend and stuff like that, I attend the community meetings.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was a good thing about
good
by
thing,
living
yeah.
here as well. But ever since I moved to Melbourne, I live in somewhere that was quite a bit far from where my community based.
Oh, yeah.
Because my community, I understand. We say Sudanese. That is all of us. But when it comes to we have like. I'm from where I come from, so my whole community pretty much is based. Majority of people, they are all living in western suburb of Melbourne.
Not in the not in.
Not eastern suburb,
Not
because
eastern
eastern suburb there is another, which is they are Sudanese too as well, but they have all different.
Yes, like Dinka.
Yeah. There's they have this
There are
Dinka, Shuluk, and Nuerans.
So many tribes,
Yeah.
very
so-
big tribes, and they are all
Yes.
warrior tribes.
Yeah.
In South Sudan. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was living far away from my community, so pretty much I lived in Dandenong for about, I think I'm sure for almost 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
And
Good
isn't
thing
that
you explained very interesting things about coming to Melbourne from New South Wales.
Yeah.
But I'm asking something a bit before that. At the time, just close your eyes and take your brain to that time you first arrived to Australia.
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
what was that? That must be quite big difference than Africa or South Sudan, probably. Tell us something about those days, 20, 21 years ago. What did you do? Whom you met
How were your feelings?
How are you feeling those times?
Just
Just pretend you are there now at that time.
I mean, like I going back to my storylines. It's pretty much it was. There was a lot different,
Lot different, yeah.
The new country also to like there was a lot of big struggles.
Yes, yeah.
Like to get into know the land.
Yes.
Also
The people, the culture.
getting to know the culture as well. Learning about the First Nations
Yeah.
people who have been here before years before British. So yeah, pretty much there was a lot to learn, and
Yes.
and it was quite a bit, exciting.
Yeah.
Being,
Tell me, what was the very, very interesting thing about Australia that time when you first see that and you can't forget that? What was like very interesting for you?
oh man, I mean, it's been over 21 years now. I even try to capture that part. I try to capture that part, but
I will tell you.
but
you know,
it's in that excited part. It's been like it's fade away a little bit, but yeah, because dealing with a lot of things in this country after
Yeah.
being here for so long.
Yeah, I know. Everything become normal.
yes. And I will tell you, I remember the first thing that I was really annoyed about. This cross when you're crossing the streets, and then you need to press the button.
Yeah, and then you wait.
in your ears.
Yeah.
And it gets me nervous. I get so nervous when I hear that sound. And then with time, whenever I hear that sound, I feel that I have to cross the street. Although that sometimes I don't want to cross the street. But when I hear that sound, even if I'm going, I need to go straight. I don't want to cross the street. I hear the sound. Tick, 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 I feel, should I cross? Should I cross?
Yeah, that's right.
But one of the most interesting experiences that I had, I remember attending my first AFL game.
Oh,
Australian football.
see.
I was like,
Yeah.
back in Africa, we are very used to. When you say football, it's football. You play it with the foot. There is no hand.
They mix football with the touch, with the, like, which they call it like touch footy or whatever. The soccer, and they call it soccer. You were like, say, what is soccer? Like then when you start to know, you started to.
I think it's a handball. Come on, why are you touching it with your hand? But it's
Okay.
Those are different, right? Yes, exactly. Osman, I think you got that right.
Yeah.
But but people were really enjoying it. I can see the emotions. And the good thing about the AFL, the games changes like so fast, very fast.
Yeah, New South Wales, they have NRL, so
yes,
because which is like I did not follow much about the sports, but there's we know the football is pretty much it's Melbourne. It's Melbourne sport, pretty much based.
Melbourne sports, yes.
Yeah. So I also do it rugby. These are New South Wales.
But the first African AFL player was Majak Dow. So.
Yeah, Majak Dow. Majak actually did a really, really great job. Influencing the young South Sudanese to join the Australia footies. He did a great job in that part. I'm pretty sure. Some years to come, he will be celebrated by those young people.
Yeah, and do you remember which team he was playing for?
Oh, man, I think probably was playing for North Melbourne.
All right, well, we are in North Melbourne now. So you don't need to forget. You are the first team that have hosted the first African player was North Melbourne.
North Melbourne,
where we are here at the moment.
Right. So I was about to get it wrong because I didn't ever seen he had injuries. It's really take off the needs of the sport for me to watch the sport, but I'm still supporting the young people who are playing in the AFL now. But I'm just trying to get myself get used to their names, because some of them I don't really know them personally.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So let's continue after a short break. I think we have a few breaks in the middle of the show. So, dear listeners, we will come back after a short break if you don't have anything to say now.
We have a lot of things to say, but it's time for a break a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay. Good.
This is North and West Melbourne Neighbourhood Centre, and we host programs and activities for locals. Visit us at nwmnc.org.au or call us at 9328 1126, or even better, come in person at 58 Errol Street, North Melbourne.
Yeah, and we are back again from the break, and we are having here Deng, and he was speaking about a lot of things, and we moved to speak about Majak Dow and the AFL and the difference between soccer and footy. But also let's talk about some other sports. You told me some time ago that you like basketball, and by the way, for all of those supporters for the New York Knicks, I think that they are coming back to the NBA top level, and they are now after 27 years. So that's a very long trip for anyone who have visited New York. They will feel that that's a big difference. That's a long, long way to come. But anyway, tell us about basketball. And I know that the South Sudanese basketball national team is a very strong team. It's a very strong team.
Yes, of course. Yeah, South Sudanese, they're pretty much coming up fast as well. When you you understand the country just is still very young, and they already did a tremendous show, to the world that they're actually capable of taking over.
Yeah.
They're a young nation, but they got a very, very, very powerful players.
Yeah.
And that is something that the world need to open their eyes to.
Yes.
Now
yes.
they pretty much put on the South Sudan on the map. So now anybody who never heard of South Sudan since it's become independent in 2011.
Yeah.
They probably don't know them now. No, what is where is South Sudan? So pretty much, if they don't know in particular, they might have to look it up in the map. They'll find it.
They watch it in basketball. That's the first time that I see the American Dream Team, because they are like by far the top team in the world. But the first team that I see them confused and they don't know what to do when they were playing against the South Sudanese team in the World Cup, the last World Cup. It was amazing. You see the confusion on the players, and these are like NBA players. Like they get millions. It's their job, their life. To play basketball. And they were so scared and amazed, like confused for this young South Sudanese team who's like playing amazingly.
You guys talking about every sport except the FIFA World Cup. So the World Cup is here.
Yes,
so you forgot
happening today. Actually, it's going to happen today.
I had to be honest with you guys. All I heard the World Cup was starting, but I didn't actually have the time to watch the soccer.
Some of the games are too early in the morning.
Yeah, most of them.
Night,
Most of them, but they're on SBS. So anyone can just listen to
on SBS.
on SBS. So anyone can watch them. But the good thing, by the way, which team do you root for?
Brazil.
You think Brazil is going to win it?
Of course, 100%.
Okay, what about you? Do you have a specific team?
You see, and that's what it comes to. Because for me, like I said, I feel like I've been in the cupboard for quite a bit. Because those stuff are going on right now, and I feel a bit disconnected. With the world. But I was not a soccer fan, but I love watching. I love supporting my African team, no matter which part of Africa they're from, but I'm still supporting them. As well, when it comes to the home where I'm living right now, I can support Australian as well. When they when they're playing. So
what about you, Usman?
Well, our hearts, of course, for the Socceroos, but of course, as Africans, we go for the Senegal team, for the Moroccan team who was in the semi-final. They were the fourth in the last World Cup. In Qatar, they were number 4 in the world. And there is also Egypt, there is Algeria, there is South Africa.
If you name one.
And there is Cape Verde, which is for the first time, small, tiny island. So who knows? Maybe in the future we'll find South Sudan in the World Cup. So who knows?
I think it will not happen. I think with soccer, I think for maybe our people, they're not built for soccer. I don't know.
Anything is possible, but it takes time, probably.
I think our people, they're not built for soccer, pretty much.
Basketball.
I think the majority of the young people that are growing up, the majority, they pretty much going toward the basketball, in particular, most of the time. But but probably those who are growing up in Australia, they probably they will pretty much enjoying the Socceroos, But the majority, they're always eager to go to US and play in the big league, So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest, most like. People expecting either Spain or France. These are the top. So Spain.
But I have another team too, Argentina.
Don't you go?
Like the rules in the World Cup, no team wins it in a row. If you win one, you leave it for the next time. You don't win the next one. So that's the rules usually. So I don't think that
team won in a row.
That's in the 30s. That was Italy.
Well,
and Brazil won it on the 50s. So after that, no one come closer to win it twice together. After that, so it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. What about you? How you have been now? You lived in South Sudan.
Yeah.
You lived here in New South Wales, and you came here in Melbourne, and you have been going from one place to another. You faced a lot of injuries. You have faced a lot of successes in your life, a lot of challenges in your life. What are the key lessons that you feel that you have got?
Good question.
For me, like I feel, the more I grow, the wiser. Sometimes maybe I've become a little bit. So with growing up, it's pretty much I grew up all over the place. Like I left, the country quite a bit young. So and then a bit in Egypt. Grew up, spent some years in Egypt. And then to Australia, so pretty much my childhood did, I can say I've been making friends there, then I've been leaving that place, making another friend there. So pretty much, I grew up over the place. So during my childhood.
Yeah. Like if you give an advice to another person who's coming to Australia at this time. If you be in contact with them, what can you say to them that what should they do before coming to Australia or after they arrive to Australia? It's a piece of advice.
My piece
According to your experience.
Yeah, with my experience, I just said, like coming to Australia, I think I can just tell to the person, first of all, focus on your study.
Oh, yes. Beautiful.
Focus on your study.
Yeah.
Make sure you pursue that until you finish completed.
That's right. That's right.
Because in this country, there's a lot of things that can keep your brain occupied. There's too many things.
Yeah. You're right.
And if you just want to try this and there, you might end up spending a lot of years without having any proper qualification. So you better focus on your study.
Actually, that's a big message.
That's a very strong message.
That's a big message. Yeah.
Don't just hang around for no purpose.
Yes.
So just
That's
make sure.
right. Yeah.
And we have a lot of the African and the multicultural community youth who think that they still have the time with them, and they think, oh, let me work and get a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the family around you, the people around you ask you to work, so you lose interest in your studies.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very strong message.
Yeah. And you see this, if you come to this country a single-handed person, with no family, there are a lot of struggle you're going to face because, you left your siblings back home, you got people there. And all they're gonna need is they need your support.
You have support.
They need you to send them money and stuff like that. And to do that, you gotta have to have a job. You gotta have to work, to do that. And when you start working, you can say, oh, maybe I can study while working at the same time, but hang on, that will not come together.
Yeah,
because
right.
You're gonna have the assignment to do, and you're gonna have a lot of work.
A lot of
your employer going to be expecting you to be on time, to come to work on time.
Of course.
You're going to be completing some hours in order to support those who are back home.
Yeah.
And you see, that is you creating the pressure from there. So for you to be to have less pressure on yourself if you're studying or working, is to actually choose one of those things. Because if you choose to work to support those people who are back home, and then the years will just run by, and without you getting any sort of type of getting a higher education or anything like that, because you're working most of the time to support people back home. And that is not going to end.
Yeah.
While you stay here.
What are the key challenges that are facing actually the multicultural youth and men actually in general that are facing them? People who came from Africa or from the Middle East or even from Asia, what do you think the key challenges that they face when they come here to the country?
To integrate to the culture, that is one thing. Also to learn how this country is run. It's not easy as well. it take a time. It take a lot of time to be accustomed to the way people are living here, and there are a lot of challenges because
Yes.
I mean this to do with law as well. There are big challenges in the side of the law. I face this a lot of those things. As being in Australia, I'm pretty sure if a person of my age, which is with African descent, they know exactly what I'm talking about. If I said to say, to do with the legal system, they pretty much sometimes, if you have to prove yourself that you didn't do anything, maybe 10 times than those who are born here.
Yeah, that's right. That's
right. So yeah, the system sometimes, I can say, it's a bit of fair here, but there's sometimes if we want to be realistic, on things, I think there's still a lot of things you need to be.
That's right. I think good. Again, we have to have another break, Usman.
Yes, I think
So it's interesting.
I had a lot of questions.
I know,
What he was saying, I think,
me too.
I need to ask him about that, and I feel too that I have to ask him about that. But I think he's very interesting and very articulate. So
he explains you're explaining very, very interestingly there.
Yeah, and very articulate.
Very naturally.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, but we have to have another break. And after a short break, we will come back and we will continue for some more times.
Let's go for a break.
The men's afternoon tea. It's a casual get-together for some food and a chat with other men from the neighborhood. New people are highly encouraged and it's free. It happens fortnightly Thursdays, 2:30 to 4 p.m. at 58 Errol Street, North Melbourne.
Welcome back to Chatman Friday. Deng is still with us. He's a strong man. He worked a lot, and he talked about many things, taking care of everything here, and also supporting some family members back country, and some other hobbies, whatever.
Yeah.
So let's see. Usman said you have a lot of questions. I don't want to ask more questions.
So
you keep.
Well, he's speaking about
questions.
a lot of interesting things, but this is Chatman Friday. So if we're talking about Chatman Friday, we should speak about men.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is the difference between the role of men in South Sudan and the difference between the role of men in South Sudan compared to here to Australia? What do you think?
I hope if whatever I'm saying about the man in generally in Western world, I hope they are not be out of line to what I'm saying, but they might correct me, maybe, but I feel like they're pretty much the same all over the Western world compared to South Sudan. Because majority of men back home, they pretty much like to do man things. When I say man things, like if you you never see the man doing any sort of like a housework.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens a lot in the Middle East, in Africa.
Yeah.
So traditional men roles and so on.
Yeah.
Yes.
The man is pretty much they just wanted to make themselves as providers, but there's no hand on, especially when there's the housework need to be done. And in Australia, I think like a lot of men, they're learning to actually to share that housework with their, with their family or their wives, pretty much.
Yeah, which is helpful in some cases.
Somehow it's helpful, but back home it's different. Yeah, so I think I myself, I can say, I don't separate myself from if I have to do housework. It's not different, than the woman.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I can cook, I can clean.
Yes. Cooking.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll speak about it.
I mean, I mean, not like something fancy, but pretty much some of my favorite dish that I cook. I will probably almost cook it all the time.
I know that you like cooking.
Like
you like
making
cooking.
molokhia.
But
So
you know what?
You like molokhia, or what's your favorite dish? actually?
My favorite, would be like bami, bami.
Okra.
Yeah,
So that's an okra,
Yeah, so
that's,
that's one,
I love
one
to.
of my
yeah.
favorite. And also, when I cook that and I eat it with asida,
yeah.
I think the West African probably call it fufu, but asida in Arabic as well. So
Yes.
that is my favorite, especially in this kind of weather.
Yeah.
You have you cook make okra, cook asida. It goes together really well in this winter.
Yes.
But in the cooking, the worst part and the boring part is the washing the dishes.
Yeah, definitely. And you see, at first when you are motivated to actually to cook, there will be no other ways of you thinking, oh, someone's gonna do it, because if you're the one who cook first, you know you're gonna do it. You're gonna do the dishes. But that is a very tired part.
Yeah.
But as myself, if I leave a dishes in the sink, I think that sometimes I'm not sure about everybody else, but it kind of give me anxiety, to leave them there. They're not
That's a good
clean.
habit. That's a good thing. You don't want to leave them there.
I
Just
don't.
quickly. You clean them,
not
wash
even
them.
not even one plate to leave in the sink. That would give me anxiety, because the same thing that what I do, even waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
I make sure I make my bed. Even though I'm still gonna come back and
The
sleep.
ladies are gonna be very happy to
So-
listen to you.
So I love to make my bed every morning.
Most of the men, they don't.
And that is
it doesn't happen easy.
is like, I feel like it's some sort of it's part of my task.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My daily task.
Yeah.
So that is one of them. It's been out of the way, because
So you're so disciplined in those kind of stuff. Yeah, that's right.
Which is, I was, Deng and I, we met at Osnam House at the men's group. And I wished if you have cooked something for us, like when we were in the men group. But let's talk about the men group at Osnam House.
That's also interesting.
So, so how did you find it? Did you like it? How was it?
Main group is it was. I didn't just like it. I enjoyed, and I even wish it was going a bit longer. But it's
It's 10 weeks, man. It's 10 weeks.
It is what it is. You got a minute. We got a limited time for us to do that, but it was very good. That I have, I met quite a few interesting people.
That's very interesting. That's actually like the social get together. Yeah.
We have very well social interactions. We had a good time. And those who were there in the man groups, I still seen them around until this day. So I say hello to them. They say hello to me.
That's beautiful. That's
And,
that's what the aim is.
Yeah, and it's a very well connect. It connects people, and pretty much majority of men who attend the men group. We kind of have a similar story, to tell, but our stories are similar, and
There are a lot of similarities.
It's not just because we're men, but because what they have been through and stuff like that. It's pretty much feel like related a little bit. So it was very good, and I'm pretty sure, and I think I said that before. Whoever have the idea to create this man group thing, which is the headmaster over here, Mr. Osman.
Yes, I do that.
Is some days and some years down, you will get acknowledged. Even now, I already acknowledge you for doing that, for creating this fantastic group. So it's pretty good.
Thank you.
And I hope every man out there who listening, make sure you join the man group. Man group, it will help you grow. It will help you go through a lot of things that you can't deal with by yourself.
That's right.
And it's very a social place to for you to open your eyes and also your mind as well. So
and do you think that the community or the men in the community they need more this kind of groups?
Yeah, I think sometimes
very helpful, right?
I think this sometimes this society pretty much sometimes they think like men have the armored, that they don't have feelings, but I think we deserve equal support.
That's right.
Yes.
In the society, we deserve equal support because sometimes you can see the man not crying right now, but if you talk to them and
they have a lot of pain.
They're going through some stuff, that women are going through too, But just because we're different genders, it doesn't mean that we don't feel. We don't mean that we don't have feelings. So.
That's a good thing.
True.
Yeah,
that's a very important thing because there are a lot of programs targeting women, targeting children, but very few programs focusing on men. So I think that that's a very important point that you have raised, which is really very interesting and getting us to the last question that we would like to share with you. So give us a message for any man who's just thinking, oh, should I join this men group or not? So what are you going to tell them?
I'll tell them, first when you join the man group, you probably think, where am I going with this? But when you get to middle of the sessions, you start to know, how helpful it becomes. Yeah, until the end, then you probably will appreciate it a lot. That you join the man groups.
That's true.
Because the first time you might not feel the meaning of the session, but within time, you started to know the changes that bring into your life, and also to you start to understand it's create the social space for you, for your, and also your head space as well. Is all come together with that part. So
wow,
that's right.
That's very strong
message.
That's very strong. If I'm a man who's listening to that, I was saying, give me the paper to sign in.
Yeah, that's right.
So for those, I understand sometimes, some people they might be struggling silent. Sometimes they don't have guardians to where they should start or where to go. So pretty much, I should guess, those who are in that, kind of world to join the man groups, you learn something, If you don't learn one thing, you will learn two things. So
sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Deng. Sure. Before closing this podcast, I should say, Deng, thank you for your coming, for your time. And also, with thank you, I want to say some more important thing for you, that on the top of the other personality and discipline you have, your voice is unique.
Okay.
Your voice is unique.
By the way, he's been working in the media for a long time. He knows what unique voice means.
Heavy, and very effective. So keep working with your voice. You can be a good singer. You can be a good advertising reader in the radio.
Or
so
even
remember that.
Maybe you can do a podcast.
A podcast. So you have a good voice. 100%. I should say that. So remember that always.
Man.
Thank you, sir.
Think about it. Think about it. Actually,
I would say this is my first time actually to do a podcast, and I will hope maybe some days or some weeks or some months to come, we'll hope to be back here again with you guys.
Yes, just connect to any media. Yes, you do practice.
No, really,
thank you.
Really, you have a very strong voice. Like a very strong, which is very clear,
powerful and strong,
and very clear, very clear. So
remember that.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. It's a nerve-wracking for me, being the first time in the podcast. So yeah,
well,
naturally beautiful.
I'm still learning to,
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, at least there's a first time for everything, and the good thing that you proved that you have a voice.
Yes. But you did very well this podcast. Naturally nice.
Naturally.
Nothing.
And calm too when you're
Beautiful.
speaking.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Deng,
Deng.
for your time. I know
Thank you,
that
Samir.
we're
Thank
calling you
you.
later
Osman.
in the evening, but thank you for your time. And I know that you had a very long day with a lot of activities. So thank you that you have given us this time. And it's another episode of Chatman Friday with me, Deng, and my friend Said.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And see you next week with the last episode of season 2 of Chatman Friday.
That's right. So bye for now.
Bye for now. Chatman Friday.
A podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne.
Chatman Friday.